My long-term partner, 30M, cheated on me, 27F, I need advice. So like the title says, my long-term partner, 30M, cheated on me, 27F, and I need some advice from a third party. We have been dating for 8 years now. We don't live together but had plans to buy a house together and move in together soon. When we got together we took it slow as we weren't in a financial place to move in together for a variety of reasons. We had discussed getting engaged, married, moving in together a number of times, but it was always a soon but not now sort of thing. We also spent plenty of time together, lockdown being the only exception. At the end of last year, he even moved out of his parents' house into his own place and we were spending even more time together. I then ended up moving less than 5 minutes away for work reasons so we could see each other every week. Now, anyway, everything was great until this last month when he starts pulling away from me emotionally. He was taking on overtime on the weekend, after work hours, you name it. It got to the point neither I nor his family had seen him in several weeks. I mentioned this and asked him about it, but he claimed he was just overworked and tired. I suggested he work less so we could spend some more time together, but he said he needed to work the overtime so he could save up. I let it go at the time, but as the month passed he even stopped texting me back on the regular and it's like he just disappeared. Finally I saw him again and tried to speak to him about how I was feeling. I even said it was getting so bad I was starting to wonder if he even wanted to be in this relationship. His answer confused me. I wasn't expecting anything, I suppose, but maybe some reassurance that he was still committed to us. Instead he simply said, I would have every right to leave if that's what I wanted. I said no, I didn't want to leave, but I was worried he did. I once again asked him if he did and he said no. The night moved on, but it stuck with me. I did ask him to be a bit more in contact with me though. Going forward this last week he was more in contact, but there was something off. Times he just disappeared. Not talking about work anymore. Just no real deep conversations, honestly. This was extra odd because he was out of work this week due to contracting COVID. At the time I just assumed he was resting up and was sick. So that brings us to today. I called in sick to work today due to the flu going around here. My doctor's is literally 2 doors down from him, so I thought I would drop in to check on him. He tested negative a day ago. I called, texted first but got no answer. I assumed he had headed to the doctor's or even his family's after finally being allowed out of the house again. I have keys to his place, so I thought I would drop in. Write a cute lovey-dovey message on his whiteboard. Get well sort of thing. And then head off to get my meds. Well, as you can imagine, that's not what happened. Nope, instead I found him on the couch and dashing towards the door with a panicked look on his face. A t-shirt and no pants. I had noticed the blankets on the couch moving after he was at the door and outright asked him if there was someone on the couch with him. Reluctantly and clearly embarrassed he answered yes. Long story short, she is a girl from work that knew he had a long-term partner, and the emotional side of this had been going on for a month. The physical side was just today apparently. He admitted that he was cuddling on the couch with her, kissed her today, but said nothing else had happened. I asked him why he did this and he said he didn't know. She was there and we hadn't seen each other much lately. I asked him why he didn't just break up with me and he didn't have an answer. He was super embarrassed and not making eye contact the whole time, but he never really tried to convince me to give him another chance of anything either. Just told me I was being super understanding since I wasn't screaming in the hallways or something. He even repeated that line of, "You have every right to end things," which honestly just pissed me off. Anyway, I was in shock, and so not having that conversation while his side chick was literally inside the apartment, so we will be meeting up tomorrow to talk about things. I told him to seriously think on whether or not he wanted to try to move past this together or not. I promised I would do the same. Here's the problem. 8 years is a long time to throw away. I do love him and have for almost a decade now. I am terrible at meeting new people. Autistic introvert. And I'm terrified of being alone honestly, but I don't want to waste more of my time on a doom relationship, and I'm honestly not sure he even wants to be in this relationship anymore. So Reddit. What are your thoughts? Worth working on our problems, or should I just cut and run? TLDR. My partner of 8 years emotionally cheated on me and then took it another step and physically cheated on me too. I only found out because I walked in on them, and now I need advice on what to do next. He is inviting you to break up with him. He has done so twice. He is clearly too weak to do it himself. Do it and save yourself the heartache later. I'm so sorry this douche took up your time. Girl, I'm sorry, but he doesn't even sound like he wants to be with you anymore. He seems to be in love with her and been trying to break it off with you for some times, but too much of a coward to be forward about it. You should break up and find someone better and treat you with respect. We have been dating for 8 years now. We don't live together but had plans to buy a house together and move in together soon. When we got together, we took it slow as we weren't in a financial place to move in together for a variety of reasons. Please do not jump into buying property with someone you've never lived with. Long story short, she is a girl from work that knew he had a long-term partner, and the emotional side of this had been going on for a month. The physical side was just today apparently. He admitted that he was cuddling on the couch with her, kissed her today, but said nothing else had happened. Trickle truthing at its best. 8 years is a long time to throw away. Never fall for the sunk cost fallacy. It doesn't matter if you've dated for 1 year or 10 years. This man has shown you that he has zero respect for you. Get tested for STDs. Take 20 steps back. Get some counseling to work on your self-esteem. He had no pants on but nothing happened. Only because you came over too early. Seriously. That fling has been going on for a while. Yet you want to believe his lies. Yes. 8 years is a long time, but he was willing to throw it away to have a relationship with a coworker. If you want to spend another 8 to 20 years sharing him, go for it. If it's not this coworker, it will be another, because he had the okay from you the first time. He already decided to throw away an 8-year relationship though by deciding to cheat on you. He made a conscious decision to step outside your relationship instead of trying to address the things that maybe he feels is missing in your relationship. I would never be able to trust him after that. Do you really trust his version of events? He is done with this relationship and has been for a while. He doesn't want to move in together for whatever reason and is being a coward for not addressing that head on. He is trying to get you to leave so that he doesn't look like the bad guy. Rest assured, whatever he has told you is only one half the story at best. You know exactly what you need to do. No. Cheaters will always be cheaters. I'm sorry. But this is over. And he had no pants on, so he is clearly lying about the sex part too. Do not believe him. Tell his friends and family. And then block him in everything. Do not give him a chance to gaslight you or to unburden himself. He doesn't deserve to get it off his chest in any way. Tell everyone he cheated. Block. And move on. It appears from your post that he has been with this person for a while but didn't have the courage to tell you and wanted you to quit the relationship so he wouldn't be the bad guy. I understand what you are saying about throwing away 8 years, but what you had as a relationship is gone. He has moved on to someone else. If you want to understand your feelings, look up sunk cost fallacy. Consider that you had 8 years of a relationship as an experience of a long-term relationship which you can take with you to the next relationship. This relationship is ended. He has chosen someone else. I understand being terrified of being alone. All I can say is that I was older than you when I met my husband, and we are both autistic, so you never know what is around the corner of your life. I consider all of life's challenges a chance to go on to better things. If you have even 1 ounce of self-respect, you will move on and never look back. I'm so sorry this happened to you. The trust is broken. If you stay with him, you will always wonder if he's cheating. And he is likely to do so. If forgiven, you have no commitments that way force you together, like children or financial obligations. So it's probably better to go through the grieving process now and reclaim your life, instead of being miserable in the long run. Personally, I would terminate the relationship and become single. So he wants you to break up so he doesn't feel guilty? I would have grabbed a bag and removed anything I had from his place right there. If the girl was hiding in the bathroom, I would have been like, "Hey, you can have the cheating spineless wank. I just want to grab my shampoo and toothbrush." The best option would be to walk away. I know it's so hard. I've been there and experienced the same thing as you did. And the best decision I ever made was to walk away. You two have talked about marriage, but he has yet to actually take any steps to get married. It's not too soon. You've been dating for over 8 years now. It doesn't take someone 8 years to decide if they want to marry you or not. Also, judging from his answers, he does sound like he wants to break up, but is too scared, cowardly to do it. 2. Please don't waste your time on this man. If he loved you, he wouldn't cheat. This isn't a mistake but a choice he made to cheat. I know it's hard to just give up on 8 years and that you're an introvert, but I promise it will get better. At first it's hard, but trust and believe you will get your happy ending. Don't waste more of your time on him. He doesn't deserve it, and it's more likely he is lying. That this is the first time they are having a light couch cuddle. He wants you to break up, and that is why he is not trying to win you back. Leave him. You deserve someone way better than this guy. Ma'am, he attempted to gaslight you 3 times in this particular story. He also tried to get you to break up with him because he wanted to save face when people ask, "What happened to?" Please leave him alone. I think you should believe exactly what he said. He never really tried to convince me to give him another chance of anything. You have every right to end things. So end things. As an aside, based on his known ability and willingness to lie to you, why would you choose to believe him when he said it just got physical today? I'm honestly not sure he even wants to be in this relationship anymore. What was the first clue? You interrupting him getting a blowy? I told him to seriously think on whether or not he wanted to try to move past this together or not. I promised I would do the same. Have any self-respect. Don't stay with cheaters. He wants you to break up with him and you're not getting the hint. He should just be upfront with you, but he seems scared to hurt you, so he's putting the ball in your court. I'm not trying to hurt your feelings, but if his pants were down, more than just kissing happened. 2 adults don't just pull down their pants to kiss. You need to move on. Don't worry about throwing away years. If we thought of everything in our life in that way, we'd never move on and grow as humans. This is how life works. And also, don't worry about meeting someone new. Take time to focus on yourself for now. Don't settle for a cheater just because you're afraid of being alone. He doesn't want to be with you, and at this point he's checked out of the relationship. Walk away from the conversation with your head held high and knowing you deserve someone who will not lie and cheat on you. We all do.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic Ericast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.